Hello, Aquarius. Welcome to your mid-August reading. This is going to be a reading for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Mid-August to mid-September. I'm a little late getting these out. I was doing some traveling, so apologies for the delays. Doing Aquarius next because someone was so kind as to request Aquarius. So here you are. I'm going to preface this with the fact that I don't really, while I'm not that into astrology, I don't know anybody that's an Aquarius. I don't have any Aquarius in my chart. Aquarius is not an energy that I am particularly familiar with. So please, take what resonates, leave the rest behind. I would recommend you checking out your other placements, your moon and your rising signs. If you're here as an Aquarius sun, and see if those resonate as well. Always a good idea to check your sun, moon, and rising signs regardless, to get as much insight into your current situation as possible. Again, this is a general spread. It won't resonate with everyone, so take what does, leave what doesn't. And remember that you have free will. Always really important for me to emphasize that. If you don't like the way things are going, change the story. You have the power, you have the ability, you have the magic within you to change the direction you're moving in. Okay, so let me pull first. I'm going to pull in a Moonology card for you, Aquarius, for the next few weeks. This is an ellipse spread that I'm doing. It's a 7-card spread. It usually goes for about 3 to 4 weeks. Generally not really any farther than that. So let's see, what energies is Aquarius moving into in the next 3 to 4 weeks? Please, Spirit, thank you. Okay, so you got your dreams need a practical plan. I'll put that, see if we can get that in the little crack here. Nope, I'm just going to put it there for now. Your dreams need a practical plan, and the end of a tough cycle approaches. All right, Aquarius. So that's pretty cool. I'm kind of liking these. Let's see, I'll put them down here right now. I'm not really sure how far you can see, but we got I'll put them like that. Your dreams need a practical plan, and the end of a tough cycle approaches. Now, while I was kind of meditating on your energy, I was getting a lot of bird images, beautiful, colorful, iridescent kind of birds, and not really butterflies, but more birds with those, sometimes you see those blue iridescent birds, multicolored birds. And as I was looking at the incense, I noticed that the incense that I was burning was just, the smoke was just going up in a straight line, which never happens in this room. It always kind of twirls around in circles. And then the more I focused on it, the more circular the smoke got, which I thought was really interesting. And I interpreted that as, Aquarius, right now you're going through some kind of, maybe you're overthinking things. You're overthinking in a fantastical way, your mind is going, you're manifesting, but you're daydreaming a little bit too much. You're going a little too far out into the world of illusion, perhaps, and not really taking the next practical step to get you there. But I think that you are almost there, Aquarius, because this might be just that last, you take, we tend to regress a little bit before we go farther, before we progress. Sorry, I got a little distracted because I felt like I wanted to pull one of these cards for you. You got connection, Father Divine and Mother Earth make love in your heart. And you got the green, green color. Now, the green color is, of course, the heart chakra. But for me, it's also speaking of the need to ground yourself, which is what we were talking about with your dreams need a practical plan. For me, green is grass, of course, and earth. And I'm getting the image of you putting your feet into the earth. So you might need to do that, go in your backyard or anywhere. Go into a park, take your sandals off. It's summertime now, you should be able to do it. Most of the, in the northern hemisphere, if you're living in the northern hemisphere, you should be able to take your shoes off and ground yourself a little bit. The end of a tough cycle approaches says that you will come to that clarity, and you will be able to end whatever has been troubling you and move forward. So let's turn these cards over and take a look at what we have for you. I pulled these cards just to save a little bit of time so you didn't have to sit there with me and shuffle, but I don't know what they are yet. So let's pull them over, Aquarius. In the recent past, you have the Fool. So a new beginning, or the desire for a new beginning. We'll pull some clarifiers and we'll see how that goes, but you maybe started something new in the recent past. In the present, you have the Seven of Cups. So you're faced with a lot of choices right now. You might be a little bit confused on how to move forward. So you may have taken the leap of faith in the recent past, but you're not taking those practical steps to move forward, and so you're a little bit confused as to how to do that. We'll pull some clarifiers. As I said, in the near future, you'll be coming into the energy of the sun. Beautiful. So a lot of healing, a lot of for some of you, this could be recognition for the hard work that you've been doing recently. For others of you, this could be just enjoying the fruits of your labor, where you are realizing that the decisions that you made were the right decisions, and you're just enjoying your success, basically. In the advice, you have two cards. You got the Hierophant, which kept coming out for me as I was shuffling in the pre-shuffle, and the Two of Swords. So the Hierophant and the Two of Swords coming out for you in your advice. Okay, this can go many different ways, Aquarius. Again, we'll pull some clarifiers, but with the Two of Swords, I'm seeing that indecision pop up again. Which way do I go, this way or that way? And it's making me think of the incense smoke that was just going in a straight line. Which is telling me that perhaps the most direct path is your best way, right? They always say the shortest distance from A to B is a straight line. So it might be just as simple as that. What is the most obvious path for you to take right now? That might be the way for you to go. The Hierophant is always also saying you may need to stick to traditional ways of doing things right now. As my impression of Aquarius is very innovative, very creative, almost rebellious in a way, going against the grain, always wanting to go against the grain. But you're being told right now that going with the grain is the way to go. The Hierophant speaks of tradition, of wisdom, of learning, of I want to say faith even, but bringing your faith into a practical arena. So for some of you that are practicing new areas of spirituality, you may need to rein in the extreme a bit and bring it back down to the middle road. For some of you, if you've gone out too far on a tangent spiritually, you may need to ground yourself. You may need to ask advice from an elder. Also, this is a beautiful card in this deck. The Hierophant in this deck is just stunning, and I know, sorry, I'm going to hold it that way because the light is strange, but you can see, you can just see how beautiful it is with the owl reading from the book to the child in the tree. This speaks of many things to me, right? Generational wisdom, the tree of life, being a novice, or being able to put yourself in the position of being a novice, right? Or we're always learning. I heard a quote once from the Dalai Lama. He said that whenever he walks into a room, he always assumes that everyone else in the room is smarter than he is. That's because when you put yourself in that open position of being willing to learn from others, that's when you can gain great insights. In the external, we have the Seven of Pentacles. Okay, so this is you. This is a time for you to, again, reassess, like, look at what you want your end goal to be, and make strides towards it. Seven of Pentacles, sometimes a little bit of a holding pattern card, right? It's, you haven't really reaped the rewards of what, you know, you haven't reaped what you've sown yet, but you're close to it. So I think that's pretty interesting. We'll pull some clarifiers. In your hopes and fears, you have the Knight of Swords. So you're very passionate about something right now. You want to scream it out to the world. But maybe you're afraid that you won't be heard or you won't be taken seriously. We'll pull some clarifiers, as I said. And then ending out the next 3 to 4 weeks, you have the energy of the Page of Pentacles. So again, you have these two very studious information gathering kind of energies. The Knight of Swords, of course, is you spreading your knowledge, wanting to show the world how much you know. The Page of Pentacles saying, hold on, there's still a little bit of studying, a little bit of learning for you to get through. So maybe that is the, you know, the obstacle, not really an obstacle, but that is the, for some of you, I'm getting that's what you need to be aware of. While you may be super gung-ho to move forward with what you already know, there's still stuff that you need to learn before you can move forward. At the bottom of the deck, we have the King of Wands. So yeah, really fiery energy. The King of Wands there beating his drum, wanting to move forward. That's kind of tying in there with, for me, with the Knight of Swords. So you are in this very energetic place right now, Aquarius, where you want to, I think you just want to move forward with whatever this is. If it's a work project or an artistic project that you're working on, I feel like you just want to move forward with it and just get it out there. And I'm getting that there's still a little bit of research that you need to do. Okay, let's pull some clarifiers for you. I'm going to pull some clarifiers with the, oh, I always forget the names of these decks. Tarot of Magical Correspondences deck. And the deck that I pulled the initial spread with is called the Tarot of Mystical Moments. Very beautiful deck. Tarot of Mystical Moments. And we'll put some clarifiers maybe with some other cards too. You never know. Okay, so thank you, Spirit. Tell me what's going on with the Fool in the recent past for Aquarius. Why the Fool? Why the Fool, please? Okay, I got a lot of cards coming out here. I guess I'll take them all. So you can see you got the Emperor, the Eight of Wands, the Death card, and the Queen of Swords. So it looks like, you know, there was some kind of conflict with authority in the recent past. I think you got some information that let you end that cycle, start something new. Definitely transitioning into something new. I think you cut something out. You were the Queen of Swords. I think that energy, that Emperor energy, was a little bit oppressive. You may have been dealing with an Aries, right? And then you decided to end it. The Queen of Swords, definitely cutting out the excess there. Okay, let's take a look at the current with the Seven of Cups. Some of you may have gotten a divorce, and you are now in a new, now you're kind of in that situation of like, great, I got the divorce, where do I go from here? Why the Seven of Cups? Spirit, thank you. Why the Seven of Cups? Clarify the Seven of Cups for me, please. Okay, clarifying the Seven of Cups, we have the Ten of Cups and the Knight of Swords again. So right now you're in this really interesting energy where all these choices that you have in front of you are actually making you very happy. They're kind of speaking to your heart. You have many options in front of you, many things that you can do. For some of you, I'm getting this in terms of career. You're kind of like a shining, bright star right now, Aquarius. A lot of people are looking at, yeah. You also got the Ace of Coins. A lot of people looking at what you can provide, like what your skill set is, how good it is. You're being recognized for it. If you've gone back to school, you're doing really well in school. Maybe you've graduated from some kind of certification course or something, I'm getting for some of you. And you're getting offers right now, and you're trying to figure out what kind of offers to take. Yeah. I mean, you know, as I'm looking at the sun there and seeing what's coming in for you in the near future, I also got the Star and the 10 of Coins coming in for you. You know, you got the 10, we got the 10 of Cups and the Ace of Coins there, clarifying that 7 of Cups. And then clarifying the Sun, we have the Star and the 10 of Coins. So the Star going really beautifully with the Sun, right? The Sun and the Star talking about healing, feeling really good about yourself, rejuvenation in a way. And the 10 of Coins talking about really solid, for some of you, very solid finances. So if you're getting, sorry, I keep kicking the camera, I'm sorry. If you're getting a new job offer, you're gonna be making more money than you were before. Probably enough money for you to start saving, enough money for you where you don't feel like you are constantly, you know, struggling. Yeah, you got the 6 of Swords and the 3 of Coins. So I really do feel like this is a transitional period for you. Whatever rough energies you were going for or going through in the past, you're moving away from them. And whatever, you know, depression you were feeling from being in that oppressive situation there with the Emperor, whatever decisions you've made to leave that, while you may be feeling confusion right now and unsure of which direction to take, know that you have all the options in front of you are good options, and you are going to be making whatever like new position you take is going to be really good for you. Okay. I'm not really getting love cards, but for some of you, if you're dating, you know, the 3 of Coins for me is also a really nice dating card, as strange as that may sound, but I think that you're just going to be in a very attractive place right now, Aquarius. A lot of people are going to want to connect with you, both emotionally and, you know, professionally. So take advantage of that right now. You definitely are in a super shining position right now. Okay, why the Hierophant and the 2 of Swords? Tell us more about the advice position for Aquarius, please. What's going on with that? We got the Moon, the High Priestess, and the Knight of Wands. So a lot of you listening to your intuition here. So while the Hierophant to me talked about, you know, so there's that 2 of Swords saying you're not sure which direction to take, and it's beautiful. We got the little moon up there, the crescent moon. The Hierophant is telling you, and look, we've got the moon in all of these cards right now. So I think there's a full moon today as I do this reading, or it's tomorrow. I'm not sure. Today is Sunday. I think it's the 22nd. I don't even know the dates anymore. I think there's a full moon tonight. So I think you're coming into clarity with this full moon, because we've got all these cards with the moon in here representing the moon, right? The High Priestess and the moon itself, and we've got the moon in the cards here. So I'm getting multiple stories here for you. For some people, you're moving into a super intuitive time, right? So this is time for you. If you're unsure of which way to go, listen to your intuition. Your intuition is not going to steer you wrong. For some, this is a very creative time period for you. The moon speaks of creativity to me oftentimes. So does the High Priestess, getting in touch with your inner creativity. And you have that Knight of Wands energy coming in. So So that's your will, moving forward really, really strongly, right? Very passionately moving forward with passion. You also got the Fool again and Judgment. Okay, so super, this new beginning is karmic for you. This was meant to be. This is the path that you're on, is the right path for you, Aquarius. Your advice really is to listen to your intuition, seek out advice. I'm getting that pretty strongly also for a lot of you. So the High Priestess can sometimes be a teacher, a professor, somebody with great wisdom, and so is the Hierophant. So we have, we have both the Hierophant and the High Priestess talking about people with a lot of wisdom, people who you can go to for advice and who will steer you in the right direction. So if you're looking, say you're starting a new business with that King of Wands energy that we had at the bottom of the deck, say you're becoming an entrepreneur, make sure that you go speak to an attorney or somebody, an accountant, right? Those kind of professionals who can steer you in the right direction. And with Judgment, we could also be talking about contracts, paperwork. If it's, if you're going through that divorce, make sure that you contact an attorney to make sure that the paperwork that you're signing as you end one relationship to move on to the next one, that everything is in order, and that you don't, I don't want to curse or anything, but you don't shoot yourself in the foot in any way by leaving something out, okay? In the external, we have the Seven of Pentacles. Why the Seven of Pentacles, please? Can you clarify the Seven of Pentacles for me, Spirit? I'm going to switch over and use a different deck now for clarifying, because I pulled a lot of cards here, and sometimes I just like to do that, as strange as that may sound. I like to kind of split it up. The first three cards and then the last three cards. So let's see, let's get some clarifiers here. Why the Seven of Pentacles, please? Thank you, Spirit. Why the Seven of Pentacles, please? In the external. So this position is oftentimes either an external position for me or a hopes or a blockages position. It can be either or depending on how the spread is going. We got the Six of Swords again coming out again. So this is kind of, oh wow. We keep getting the same cards. The Hierophant again. And this time you got the Seven of Swords in the external or the blockages. And because I was talking about the blockages position, it's really interesting. So many cards are popping out here. We got the Nine of Discs, the Emperors, the Sun again, the Prince of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles, sorry, and the Fool. So again, all these repeating cards coming out from this same deck. Very interesting. Very interesting. Very interesting. I'm going to put these back in a minute, but I just want to lay them out to you because I just wanted to show you. I'm not, I'm not making these up. These are, we didn't get the Nine of Cups before, but we did get the Emperor in the recent past. Moving into the Sun, the Knight of Pentacles. Did we get him? I guess not, but I'm confusing him with the Page of Pentacles, but almost the same kind of energy there. And then the Fool again. We started with the Fool. So I'm going to pull these back. But what I'm getting for you in the external is, I think that you're going to need to be careful right now, Aquarius, not to self-sabotage yourself with that Seven of Coins in the external position. This is saying to me that now the time is not right right now, okay? Whatever this is that you're super, super eager to get started with, you just need to give it a little bit more time, okay? And don't do anything rash. Definitely don't do anything underhanded, okay, Aquarius? I'm not saying that, you know, you have a tendency to do things underhanded. I don't mean that at all. But sometimes we're put in positions where we can take a shortcut of some sort. And I feel like you're being told not to do that. Don't take any shortcuts. You know, the Seven of Swords can sometimes be like trying to get away with taking a shortcut. And, you know, here with that Hierophant, you're definitely being told to do things the right way. Don't take any shortcuts, okay? And because you're almost there. You're basically almost at the end. The sun is about to shine upon you. So don't self-sabotage it, basically. Okay, why the Knight of Swords, please? Clarify the Knight of Swords in the hopes and fears position, please. So we got the Magician, communication, manifestation, control, self-control, and the Five of Swords. So conflict there, wanting to win. This is you on kind of, you know, sounds funny to say, but you know, this is you on your high horse with that energy, wanting to just shout from the rooftops, tell everybody how it is. I know how it is. I know better than you. And you're afraid that you know, by being too vocal or being too passionate maybe, or by speaking your mind too much, you're going to create conflict with those around you. Those are your hopes and fears. But you know that you have all the tools necessary at your disposal to make your case, right? And to move forward with your case. Because the Magician is, you know, the Magician has all the tools at his disposal and can create what he wants. The other thing though, because this isn't a hopes and fears position, and I do have the Magician with the Five of Swords and the Knight of Swords. You know, for some of you, and this isn't going to resonate with everybody, but for some of you, you're worried that the person that you're dealing with is not completely on the up and up, that they're a little manipulative or sketchy in some way, cannot be trusted. So that's kind of an issue for some of you. That's why it's important for you to get that advice and to go to somebody more knowledgeable in this area than you are, perhaps. You know, go see a lawyer, go see a doctor, go see that advisor, the Hierophant or the High Priestess, whoever that may be in your life. Go consult with them, okay? And with Judgment there in the court cases, I feel like you're worried that somebody might be doing something sneaky, and you might be tempted to do something sneaky as well. That's that energy that I was getting in that external, right? Something sneaky going on, you're worried about. But know that, you know, Judgment is on your side here. You have karma in the advice position. You have Judgment in the advice position. So just keep things on the up and up and you're going to be fine, Aquarius, okay? We end this period of time with the Page of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles, a studious energy, inquisitive energy, learning new things, being open to new things. Why the Page of Pentacles, please? The Seven of Wands, the Seven of Coins again. The High Priestess again. I'm going to pull one more card. Why the Page of Pentacles, please? Why the Page of Pentacles, Spirit? Thank you so much. Please speak clearly to me. Why the Page of Pentacles? And we got three cards that came out. the King of Wands, the Knight of Swords again, and the Ten of Swords. Okay, so these are all clarifying, right? The Page of Pentacles for you. And we got the King of Wands again, and that was the energy that we had at the bottom of the deck when we first started out. The Knight of Swords and the Ten of Swords. So something is ending here. You are putting a definite end to whatever the situation was that was unfulfilling in the beginning. I'm feeling oppressive, right? With that Emperor and that Death card that we had in the beginning, and the Fool is like a breath of fresh air. And I feel that whatever situation you have recently left, and I'm getting like very recently, like you just put an end to this situation, or you're in the process of putting an end to this situation. Whatever that is, while you have all this energy and you want to start a new project or a new relationship or something new, whatever this is that you're looking to move into, you still don't have all of the facts, okay? So you still need to plan. You need to do your research. You need to, just get everything in order is basically the energy that I'm getting for you right now, Aquarius, okay? But listen to your intuition. You know who to seek, whose advice to seek out and who to actually listen to, okay? And you have that Seven of Pentacles. This is you going, what if I make, almost like playing chess, what is going to be the best move for me to make to get what I want in the future, okay? It's very solid. It's a very solid spread for me, Aquarius. I'm going to pull some oracle cards for you, but let's pull some, just because I'm new to this deck and I'm just curious, let's pull some Kipper cards and we'll see what energy you might be coming into with, what these cards might say. They might give us like another little bit of a story if I was a little too specific, focusing in on one specific story here. Okay, so let's see, let's pull what do we know for sure right now, Aquarius? This is a fact. What do you know for sure? What does Aquarius know for sure right now? Change. You got change. So you know for a fact that things are changing and that you're moving. For some of you, you may be moving physically. For some, it could be a new job position. For some, it could be a new geographic place, like a new home or new apartment. That's what you know for sure. Adjudication. Very interesting, right? That's what we were talking about there with that Judgment card. So this adjudication card says that, the decision hasn't been made yet, but there is a court case or a decision being made regarding something, and this decision is, official. And so you know that things are going to change for you, right? Okay. What is an illusion right now? What is an illusion for Aquarius? What is an illusion that Aquarius is holding onto right now? Expectations. So maybe whatever expectations you've been holding in your head, and that's where I was getting those birds, that kind of fanciful, too much of a dream, kind of fantasy, too much of a fantasy. So maybe you're fantasizing a little too much. Your expectations are a little too high, and you need to bring them down a little bit. And there's that Page of Pentacles. You need to bring it down to earth. What is realistic for you to expect? Let's see what our final result is for you. You got pathway. So definitely moving forward, moving towards a much brighter future. We've got the, I'm trying to hold it in a way that the light doesn't reflect on it. Pathway, you can see it's like a road, and a beautiful light at the end of the path, and butterflies. So this is a transitional time for you, and this is, you're moving forward on the path that is the right path for you. This is very much like a Six of Swords card to me. You're moving away from difficulties and moving towards a much more optimistic, brighter, happier time. It's a time of change. Again, we got that transition with the butterflies. So this is a whole new you, a whole new experience you're moving into, a whole new, we could even say timeline, right? A whole new, drastically new period for you in life. Okay, I'm going to pull a Nature's Whispers Oracle card for you right now. Aquarius. Thank you, Spirit. What advice do you have for Aquarius from the Nature's Whispers Oracle, please? All right. I love it. I mean, you just can't make this stuff up, you know? You got pause. You got pause, which is, you know, the seven of coins that we kept getting, the Seven of Pentacles. And you got pause, which is number 4 in this deck. 4 also being, you know, relating to me to the Four of Swords, that rest, that time when you give yourself to rest, to heal. That goes along with the Star card that we got as well. Star card often being a time of healing after great difficulty. So I'm going to pull from the book here. Let's see what the book has to say for this card. I like this book. The definitions of the cards are always very concise and beautifully written. Okay, so number 4 says pause. Take a moment to assess what is really going on at this time. You are holding on to control and not allowing many wonderful blessings to come into your life. Grant yourself an opportunity to get into the sunshine. You deserve to receive this new prospect. Resistance can create unnecessary blocks. Interference can be caused by a multitude of energies, including your own attitude, other people, the weather, and so on. Create the opportunity to regroup and don't feel the need to fight what is happening. It is a waste of energy. Find something else to do and wait until there is a better flow to finish the task at hand. The willingness to try something new is all that is needed to create something wonderful. I love how that just summed up the whole spread that we did. I mean, I kind of don't even feel like we need to pull another oracle card, but because that's how I've been doing these readings, I will pull another oracle card for you from the Blue Messiah Oracle deck. And this deck usually takes us out even further. It's kind of like my big picture deck. And you know what I noticed when I did this, that when I pulled this card with Scorpio, I kind of had to edit it out because it talked about, all of a sudden it took us to like a very racy, va-va-voom-ish relationships card, which, you know, was telling me that was kind of like a surprise coming in for you, like after you accomplish, after they accomplished what they were going to accomplish within the next few weeks, this relationship surprise was going to come in for them. So these cards can sometimes be very on the point of what we've been talking about, but sometimes they're a little, it can take us and just show us that there's something else out there outside that we're just not looking at or not, you know, paying attention to right now. So for Aquarius, you got number 6, you got creative spark. And I was picking up on that earlier. For me, you know, we'll read from the book on this, but for me, this is also, you know, super creative card, right? And look, her chakras are just, you know, totally all bright and going nuts. For some of you, I was definitely getting like an artist vibe earlier. that there's some kind of artistic venture happening. But let's read from the Blue Messiah book and see what this has to say for us. Okay. Every soul is creative at its core. The only barriers that stop creativity from flowing through you are the limitations of your mind, such as apprehension, fear, criticism, and judgment. This card represents the need to let go of any thoughts that stop you from exploring your true creative nature. Exploring your creativity is a wonderful way to witness the unfolding of your magnificent soul. Like a mirror, you delve into the deepest parts of your soul and better understand who you are, your journey, your blocks, strengths, and limitless creative potential. When you choose to be creative, you walk through your fears of not being good enough, and you break down walls that have been stubbornly built over time. With every courageous step you take to explore your creative light, you gain greater clarity and insight into who you are, and you move closer to that creative, magnificent light inside you. The creator energy within you is realized, and you join others who are committed to a world filled with peace, love, and harmony. When you explore your creative light, you connect directly to Source. You open gateways of inspiration that ignite your inner child and connect you to your inner truth. Allow your imagination to run wild and authentically express the light of your creative soul. This card is connected to the sacral chakra. Your exercise is to explore your creative side through expressions such as painting, writing, dancing, and singing. Your affirmation is, I am a creative channel of love, expressing the brilliant light of my soul. Okay, so for some of you, that's reminding me of the beautiful painted birds that I was seeing earlier. So for some of you, where the energy of unrealistic expectations, that doesn't fit. Maybe for some of you, that's tying into the artistic energy I was feeling earlier. Maybe somebody's painting a bird, or birds, or forests, or fanciful creatures of some sort. But yeah, I really like this for you. So, for some of you, maybe that is, as you pause, maybe explore your creativity. That's, when it says focus, when the pause said, the time isn't exactly right, focus on something else so you don't self-sabotage. Maybe that is, for some of you, focus on creating art. I'm feeling like a lot of people are starting to get back to creative ventures that they hadn't done, or that they kind of put on hold for a while due to situations in the world, or just personal situations of needing to, be an adult. All right. Okay, so that's all I have for you, Aquarius. I hope you found this helpful or useful, or just testimony for what you may be going through in validation and reassurance. If you did find this helpful, let me know. Drop a comment in the comment box below. I love getting comments. Hit that like button. If you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe. That'll help the channel grow, help us reach more people. Thank you for being here, and I will catch you next time.